Hey, good evening, everybody. Will WC Review. Just totally winging it here. I just felt like I haven't had any content anytime soon. My room is a complete shithole. My office, but I just figured I would do something without as far as reviewing all the specs of any one knife. Figured I'd go over some of my favorite budget knives. Um, I sit and fidget with these all day while I work. I have a bunch of high end knives. I got my Medford. I have a bunch of Sniper Blade Works. My whatchamacallit, my half breed. I have a Jake Holback Husky, which is my all time favorite, and my number two is my half breed. But those are the more expensive knives. These, like this, I bought from a guy on eBay. It's more than likely a Strider clone, but it's awesome. It's D2 steel. It slides in and out of my pocket. Awesome. I paid $75 for this, and I got two more knives with it. I love it. I absolutely use this as much or more than I do my other more expensive knives. So this gets honorable mention. It's a great looking knife. Feels good in the hand. It's got these thick, you can choke up on the knife. It just feels great. It's nice and thin. It's great for EDC. It's definitely well made. No blade play. Super fun. Then I don't even remember the name of this, but I went on a Warncliffe. I went on a Warncliffe spree, if you will. This is my artisan cutlery. I can't think of the name of it. I'll look it up in a minute. But I have a bunch of artisan cutlery knives. But this knife for $60, totally digging it. Another knife that I carry and I use. I would rip into some packages and open stuff with this, where I probably wouldn't want to do that with my Medford, even though that's ridiculous because it's what it's made for. But I probably wouldn't do it. But I love this knife. Here's one that I really love. My first introduction into Best Tech. This is called the Rock Face, and it's another Warncliffe. As far as a fidget monster, this is the one. My wife yells at me all the time. Would you stop that? I just can't stop doing this. And I've actually, I don't know if it's still there, I cut the shit out of my hand closing this knife on it. It just tapped on the back of my hand, and the next thing you know, bloop, blood time. You could still see it a little bit. It healed up, but I really cut myself good with this thing, fidgeting with it. But it's got the G10 scales on it. It's got good weight to it. It's on bearings, the action. Another $66 knife. Absolutely love it. Highly recommend it. It's the Best Tech Rock Face. Again, I don't have all the specs on it, but it's about 8¼ inches long. And it just feels great in the hand. The ergos are really nice. Totally dig this little knife. Now, every time I see a size comparison, everybody and their brother pulls out the Route 1. Had to get myself one. Now I see why everybody loves it. For $35, I got this knife. Brandy new. The action on it is absolutely unbelievable. It opens right up. It's light. It feels good in the hand. I see why it's such a popular knife. I might even get myself another one in a black Cerakoted blade. But before I got this, I saw something else that I liked just as much, and it's made by Essie. I have to put this down, forgive me, because I can't open it. I tried to open this thing, flipping it with my thumb, and I tore a hole in my thumb. That's one of the downsides. But this is the, what's it called? The Avispa, which means wasp. Look at this thing. $35. Mint, frame lock, super duper thin. I could do it for the video. Difficult to disengage. And you are not, I just tried to flick this the way I would any, and I really effed up. Pulled the skin away from underneath my thumbnail, pulling this puppy out. But once you deploy it, you double hand deploy it. And once you get it out, the thing is mint. Fits great in the pocket. Great knife. Absolutely love it. Again, difficult to disengage. But then here's my other my other loves. My SR1 Light Tonto, $65. Beastly knife. I mean, this thing is a beast. It's a little big, but it's light. Anyone who says this is heavy is nuts. This is a light. You can EDC this all day long. All day long. And then I got the other one, the drop point SR1. I don't see any reason to get the regular SR1 and spend twice the price for S31, for S35 VN steel. Yes. Is it better? Absolutely. Most people who have this say the same thing. Why get the good one other than to have better steel? If you're not going to be, ripping a knife up and using stuff, I recommend getting the light. Great knives. Great knives. Just figured I would tell you guys, put some content out there, and go over some of my favorite budget knives. So I got the Vespa by Essie. Fun. My Ontario Rat 1, finally got one, wanted it. This is an Effin' Grow. I never said what it was, though. It's the Effin' Grow Strider clone. If the Strider is exactly like this, I would not spend $800 on a Strider. I actually believe the Strider is much thicker and much better made than this. But for $75, I got to show you. I'll go get it. I got this knife, right? I got this knife, which is a cheapo, Ned Foss, but it's like a stiletto. Look at that. Fun. Like almost 9 inches. It's pretty well made, too. I dig it. And, where's the other one? Oh, here it is. And I got another Ned Foss. This. Fun. $75 for all 3 knives on eBay. I feel like I did good. So I went over that, the Vespa, the Rat 1, the Effin' Grow, my Artisan Cutlery Warncliffe blade, my Best Tech Rock Face, and my 2 SR1s. Just some fun. My favorite budget knives. I'm gonna go over my top 5 knives of all time. Another time I'll put out some content. But thanks for listening, you guys. While I'm talking about it, I've found a new Grail knife, a new love that I'm going to pull the trigger on eventually. Dan Sullivan, DSK. I don't know if you've ever looked up DSK knives, but there's a gentleman folder that I want to have him make for me. I actually spoke to Dan today. Super duper nice guy. Going to definitely be getting a knife from him. And I have another half-breed coming that I've already ordered. So once I get those, I'll do some content. But I have a bunch of stuff that I haven't reviewed yet. But I just felt I hadn't done anything, so I figured I would do some of my favorite budget knives. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.